Alright guys, back again, part 4 starting out on the DVD collection. We're going to start off with The M's and The Majestic with Jim Carrey. Not really the greatest of movies, but kind of cool how it takes place like back in, I think it's like the 40s or something like that, but 40s or 50s, but really cool setting for the movie. My first DVD ever, Major League Back to the Minors. I love minor league baseball. I love baseball, but I love minor league baseball. Just like the teams and stuff, I just think it's a lot of fun. This was actually the first one. I bought my DVD player and this on the same day because I saw this movie and I'd seen Major League, but not Major League Back to the Minors. So I just keep that around because it was my first ever DVD. Another burn copy, we have Mallrats. Another Kevin Smith film. We have Jim Carrey again in Man on the Moon. I absolutely adore this movie. I think it was a great time, and the soundtrack is great too. If you're an REM fan, check out that soundtrack. We have The Matrix. I'm not a big fan of this movie, but again, I pretty much don't get rid of movies once I watch them. So as you can tell by the huge amount that I have, it's ridiculous. Meet the Parents. One of the funniest movies when it came out. I also have Meet the Fockers or whatever that one was called. I'm missing a bunch of DVDs out of my collection as far as like the cases are concerned. I have the discs but not the cases, so you're not going to really see Meet the Fockers, but I do have that as well. This movie with John Travolta, Michael, very interesting, not that great, but you know, if you have nothing better to do with your time, and it's an interesting movie. It's not horrible. We have Tom Cruise in Minority Report. I actually really enjoyed this movie. I didn't think I was going to. As you can see, I got it at GameStop based on the label. But, yeah, a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Not great, but not horrible. We have Monkey Bone. Not a big Brendan Fraser fan. I was really hesitant to pick this movie up because I'm not really a big fan of his movies. But this actually was really kind of cool. Chris Kattan, as you can see, is in it as well. It's kind of half claymation, half live action. Probably a B-rate movie, but pretty funny at parts. Check it out if you have a chance to do so. We have Monster House. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Pixar movies. This isn't Pixar, but it's in the same stylings with the CGI graphics and stuff. I actually have the Monster House DS game as well. So I was actually a really big fan of this. I try to watch this every Halloween, just as a tradition. I just think it's a really good movie. Another Pixar movie, Monsters Inc. Probably. It's tough, but probably my favorite Pixar movie. It's hard to choose between them, but I absolutely loved this movie when it came out. I saw it in Disney Digital in the theaters, as well as standard film, as well as on DVD. So I'm a real big fan of this movie. If I see a movie more than once in theaters, I know that I'm gonna love it. So obviously, if I go back to see it again, My Blue Heaven, one of the first DVDs I picked up. It's Steve Martin, Rick Moranis. Kind of like Mob, but comedy as well. Steve Martin plays a gangster, Rick Moranis plays an FBI agent, and they have to kind of get along and stuff. It's a good movie. It's a classic for your younger fans or younger watchers. Another indie flick that I'm really big into, and probably one of my favorite indie flicks, is My First Mister. Albert Brooks and Lily Sobieski. Albert Brooks is one of my favorites as well. This is another rental that I had gotten from Blockbuster, and when I was working there, and I again had to wait for it to I actually had to search for it previously viewed because I got discounts and stuff like that. Actually, here's the receipt for it. I paid $8.44 on July 3rd of 2003. So I've had this movie for just going on 7 years now, this DVD, and I absolutely love this movie. I highly recommend this movie a lot to anybody, especially if you're into indie flicks. That's definitely a great movie to watch. We have Napoleon Dynamite. Don't really have to say much about this one. You guys know that movie. Let's see, another baseball movie. We have The Natural, one of the classic baseball movies of all time. Robert Redford. Another independent film. I got it for $5 at GameStop. Novocaine with Steve Martin, and it's a real twisted movie, but pretty good nonetheless. And what's her name? Helena Bonham Carter is in it. You see her right here. But great movie and another great independent film. We have Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 12. I've seen Ocean's 11. I really like that movie. Ocean's 12 I haven't actually watched yet, and I eventually will get Ocean's 13. I'm really big into those movies. I like them. I like them a lot. They're a good time. Another one of my top comedies, Office Space. from Mike Judge, the creator of Beavis and Butthead. If anyone's ever worked in like a cubicle type office environment, you have to see this movie if you haven't seen it already, because you can relate to it. It's pretty much relatable by anyone who's ever worked in that situation. We have Robin Williams again, 1 Hour Photo. Very dark movie, very dark. Not typical of a Robin Williams movie, but such a good movie. Very much along the lines of like Death to Smoochie, very dark. He was actually in a dark phase at that point in his career, which was kind of crazy. But 1 Hour Photo, very highly recommended. I have, let's see, One Love, the Bob Marley All-Star Tribute. Lots of people in this. Ben Harper, Busta Rhymes, the Marley Brothers, Lauryn Hill, Jimmy Cliff, the Wailers. Great concert. I forget what it was on. I think it was on like HBO or no, I'm sorry, TNT it was on, actually on TV, and they put it out on DVD. Another CGI movie, Over the Hedge. I actually really like this movie a lot. I thought it was a fun time. The people who made Shrek actually put this out, and as well as it came with Hammy's Nutty Fun DVD, which, as you can tell, it's still sealed. I really had no interest in watching that, but came free with the movie. Why not? Robin Williams again, Patch Adams. Actually, a really good feel-good movie. It's based on a true story, which always makes things a little bit more interesting. But really good, like feel-good. In the end, it was a feel-good movie. And that's the first rack of DVDs, guys. We still have a whole bunch to go, so I'm going to try to go a little bit faster if I can. Another prized possession in my collection, we have Pee-wee's Playhouse, Volume 1 and Volume 2. And each volume holds, let's see, Volume 1 has episodes 1 through 23, and number 2 has episodes 24 to 45, so I have 45 episodes of Pee-wee's Playhouse. That was my favorite show growing up as a kid on Saturday mornings, was Pee-wee's Playhouse. So I got those actually for $5 a piece, which is crazy. We have Peter Cottontail the movie, another CGI movie. I'm obviously big into CGI films, and this is actually, I try to watch this, around Easter time every year, because I just think it's actually really cool. It's actually a play off of the original claymation one. Tom Hanks in Philadelphia, Denzel Washington. Not much to say about that one. Pink Floyd's The Wall, as you know, my number 2 soundtrack of all time. Creepy movie. Really gets in your head and kind of knocks you around a little bit. It's really dark. You really have to be in a right frame of mind to watch that. Pirates of the Caribbean 2, Dead Man's Chest. I had 1 and 3 upon my roommate's departure. She took them with her. I guess she thought they were hers and they weren't, but I'm not going to really make a big deal about it. I can always pick them up again, but I do have number 2. Here we go. Pixar Short Films Collection. All the little shorts that you see before the movies and everything else. If you're a Pixar fan, you'll probably recognize all this kind of stuff here. But all these different shorts they did back in the day, all on one disc. They actually played that on TV not too long ago. Another Netflix disc. We have, man, you can't see it. It's Pleasantville, the Platinum Edition. Pleasantville is actually a really good movie. Another one of my favorite Christmas time movies, The Polar Express, CGI movie. Tom Hanks being the lead voice actor on the conductor of the train. But The Polar Express is a really cool Christmassy movie. Big fan when I was a little kid of Popeye. So I got the 75th anniversary special collection of Popeye. It's a 4-disc set of all different Popeye cartoons all through the years and stuff. But real big fan of Popeye when I was a little kid, and even now. 80s classics, Porky's and Porky's 2. Again, if you haven't seen these, if you're too young or whatever, definitely pick these up or rent them or whatever. But Porky's are definitely great movies. Let's see if we can get through the P's here. We have the Problem Child Tantrum Pack. It's Problem Child 1 and Problem Child 2. Just a good time, just lighthearted, humor, really good stuff. Adam Sandler in a sort of an indie flick, Punch Drunk Love. I'm a real big fan of this movie. I really like this movie a lot. It's very strange but very good. Punch Drunk Love. We have The Pursuit of Happiness. I got this for $5 at Walmart. It wasn't as good as I had hoped it was going to be, but it was okay. I mean, for $5, I guess I can't expect to get too much of a great movie. But Alright guys, we are through the P's. That is part 4. We're all the way through the P's. Stay tuned for part 5.